grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are your mananas. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka, I bust out the haka, I bust out the ooh. When there's nothing to do, never been capping, you know that it's true, 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 true. Haters are climbing your river like boo, 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 boo. Breaking their hearts and breaking the rules, ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it, yeah.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision from sacrilegious. I feel my ratchets, you have offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
But I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. They submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teeth. And you can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act evil. Preparation means opportunity, maybe. Being great is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't faze me. You ain't really hard like you imagine and bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives.
But I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing.
Resurrected with rage is pressure. Pioneer the burdens out his cage. God made a way, look at burdens that I escaped. I'm setting stage, I raise the stakes, they got the time now. You know how the saying go when they come round. What goes up must come down. And we ain't going with them. Pick your shoes and pick it a slack now. Spend most of my days thinking if I would ever live inside the background. Now I pull strings, they out to get me another day, another man down. I pick up my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit, I pick it a slack now. The glitters ain't gold, look around where we roam through. in the land of the broken, it's a lot we was prone to. Quicker sand was engulfing, but intact with my soul. But dispatch, I'm evolving.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the L.A. Chargers. Set for a start, it's Dicker the kicker, Cameron Dicker with a run-up, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Go. Hey, go Lion.
Here's Herbert. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Ball again on second down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be close to a first down at the Charger 16. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Hey, Ram. What is it?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some space here. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And a short gain here, down to the 22. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown return earlier to shut him down.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to handle that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They juked him. And shutting him off now open field. And that's going to be good for Chargers' 1st down as he gets this up past the 30. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert going to change the look.
21.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The Chargers had 12-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 46 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Hold the troops right. Taylor tight. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, Kappa.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. I've got a good friend in football. Always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Rodgers going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. Yeah, he'll find Hull. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
In motion right is Johnston. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Finds Johnston. Shrugs into the stiff arm. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And his kick is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Rodgers now to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set. Hey, go lion.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. There he goes, right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Caught that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this is going to be returned. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Herbert changing things up. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down. Boy, 203 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
5-9.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right? And I think the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And some room to work. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Now a 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Chargers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Dayon Henley there on the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Give to Hall running right. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Over.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. There he goes, left side. Breece Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going right back to Fant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
He'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A give running right is Hall. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Hall again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
5-9. Ready.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays that send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
Go, hey, go, go, go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.
On this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like